So now we are going to learn how to make a millet-based vegan ice cream. This ice cream is very delicious and very simple to make. The ingredients that we need to use for this are sprouted ragi. Instead of sprouted ragi flour, we can use sprouted jowar flour, proso millet flour, or any other millet-based flour. Peanut butter, jaggery powder. You can use any sweetener of choice. Almond flakes, chocolate shavings, vanilla essence, and water. So these are our ingredients. Now I'm going to get started on the recipe. So the first step is mixing our flour with water. We are going to mix the flour in cold water because we don't want the flour to get knots. So we'll do the mixing in cold water. We'll mix about half a cup of water to this. 2 tablespoons of the flour, half a cup of water. We'll mix this well and make sure that if there are any lumps, we just break them down at this stage. And this is easier to do when the water is cold. So just mix this into a nice little slurry. Just checking to see if there are any lumps. No. So this is mixed together nicely. Now the next step is we are going to add 1.5 cups of water to a thick bottom pan. And bring it to a boil. Now that our water has come to a rolling boil, we are going to add the mixed slurry to this. We'll bring it to a boil once more and then reduce the flame to low and let it cook on low heat for about 10 minutes till it becomes nice and thick. You can see the beautiful bubbles at this stage, and this is going to get nice and bubbly. The millet slurry or the millet milk that's there in this, it gives the entire ice cream a very nice texture. So now it's come to a boil. Reducing the heat and just letting it cook at low heat for a while. Make sure that you keep stirring in between to avoid any sort of lump formation. Now slurry is cooked, the base, and it's quite thick. So we are going to add the sweetener to this, 2 tablespoons of jaggery powder. You can add any kind of sweetener to this as per your preference. So you can add palm jaggery, regular jaggery powder. You can add khand. Just make sure that if you don't add any sort of liquid sweeteners, because then they will spoil the consistency. So adding dry sweetener will be better at this stage. I'm just going to mix this, bring it to another boil, and then switch off the flame and let this cool. So after adding the jaggery powder, it's come to a boil again. Now I'm going to switch off the flame. So and take it off the heat and just pour it in another vessel to cool it down before adding further ingredients to this. अभी हमारा मिलेट ठंडा हो गया जो हमने पहले पकाया था. इसमें अब हम बाकी के इंग्रेडिएंट्स ऐड करेंगे. 2 टेबलस्पून पीनट बटर, आपको पीनट का स्वाद ज़्यादा चाहिए तो आप थोड़ा और भी ऐड कर सकते हैं. पीनट बटर ऐड कर लिया आपने. अब इसमें 1 या 2 ड्रॉप खाली वनीला एसेंस ऐड कर सकते हैं. आप चाहें तो इसमें इस स्टेज पे आप 1 टीस्पून चॉकलेट पाउडर भी डाल सकते हैं टू गिव इट अ चॉकलेटी फ्लेवर. अब इसे हम ब्लेंड कर लेंगे. इसको एक बार हम मिक्स करके देख लेंगे कि अच्छे से हुआ है कि नहीं, और फिर इसे हम जमाने के लिए एक बर्तन में रख देंगे. So now we'll freeze our ice cream. It needs freezing for about 5 to 6 hours at the minimum. When it's partially frozen, you can add sliced almonds, chocolate shavings to the top. If you want the flavor of almonds in the whole thing, you can add some at this stage and some when it's partially frozen, and then put it back in the freezer. And after 5 to 6 hours, our yummy millet ice cream will be ready to be eaten. So our delicious millet based ice cream is ready to be eaten now. And you can, this is a very interesting way and a very delicious way to feed whole millets and millet flours to your family, to young children. You can make the ice cream, and you can even blend fruits, or you can replace the flour, the sprouted ragi, with sprouted jowar or proso millet or any other millet based flour. And the final product is delicious as well as amazingly nutritious.